Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a Canadian Soldier Reacts video. Um, so I've been trying to find something in the United States that is equivalent to battle school. Um, a battle school in Canada is infantry trade training. Basically, it's everything that you need to be able to go to the infantry battalion and be a useful soldier. And at the battalion is really where you start your training. Like in order to get into battle school, you've already gone through basic training. Past basic training, you get to battle school, you pass your basic infantry training, you get to your battalion, and you start your real training. Like, that's the way it works in Canada. In fact, in Canada, you're either on deployment, on training, or you're off. And that is about it. That's about the only three stages that you've got in Canada. So I've been looking and looking and looking to see what I can find. And I found a bunch of videos on 11B training, but it all seems like exceedingly basic. And then I found OSUT, one unit station or one station unit training. But that kind of seems to be basic and battle school altogether. It's a 22-week training, but I'm not finding any really good videos on it. I did find this one, which is infantry training in the Army. I think this is specific to your like expert infantry badge or infantryman badge. But let's go through it and we'll talk about compare and contrast to Canada. Expert infantry badge training. So,
Specialist pits.
So right off the bat, expert infantry badge training. Not the kind of thing that you see in the Canadian Forces. Canadian Forces doesn't go in for a lot of different badges and decorations and things all over you. The biggest thing that you'll get, obviously, your rank badges. There's a couple of things that you'll get. I'll have to get out my uniform at some point and show you. But you're not going to get a bunch of different badges for the different training that you've taken.
I'm 11 Bravo, which is an infantryman. Right now, we're out here training for our expert infantryman badge. And with EIB, it's you have 3 lanes. You have medical, weapons, and patrols. Patrolling, you'll go over call for fire, IMT, spot report, weapons. You have all the weapon systems that you would use as an infantryman. It's 240, saw, 50 cal, things of that nature. And in medical, you'll go over medical things such as restore breathing, helping a fracture, treating a burn.
Yeah, so everything that he's talking about here, at least the introduction to all of it, is all done in battle school. Now, again, when you get to battalion, you're going to do advanced courses in a lot of this. Like you're qualified first aid. In fact, I think you qualify first aid in basic training, and then you get qualified advanced first aid in battle school. And then you're able to take a couple of other specialty first aid type courses when you get to battalion, but that's not really the focus of what we do. And then for every weapon, you get familiarization training with it, every weapon that we use. But the real training for those weapons, the expert training for those weapons, are your fours courses. Yeah, it's TQ4. I think I've mixed those two up a lot. So you've got basic. We call it TQ2, or we did when I got out in '87. So that's what, or sorry, '98. I got in '87, out in '98. Basic was your TQ2. Battle school was your TQ3, and then you took 20 or 30 different force courses over the life of your over your career. Then your 6A was your combat commanders course. Your 6B, well, actually, then you got your small arms instructors course, and that qualified you to be a Canadian sergeant, which is, well, actually, the 6A qualified you to be a sergeant, but you had to do your small arms instructors course before they'd give it to you. And in Canada, a master corporal is equivalent to your 3 stripes, and a sergeant is equivalent to your 3 up, 1 down. And I say you, but America. But the bulk of everything that you learn is going to be after you get to battalion.
And at the end, you'll test out, do a 12-mile ruck, and then you'll be considered an expert infantryman. My favorite.
I mean, 12-mile ruck, we did those all the time. That was considered a Tuesday.
Favorite part about EIB is going to be the land nav. So land navigation in EIB, you'll do.
Land navigation, another thing. It's you got taught. In fact, you got taught a lot of really good navigation, to be honest. You got advanced training in navigation in both your reconnaissance course and in your 6A. But you got your basic navigation course in battle school.
Do a day portion and a night portion. You have to find 3 out of 4 points. So to start off.
Whoa! You have to find 3 out of 4. If you miss anything on our basic nav course, you fail. 3 out of 4. What? It is not acceptable to get lost.
Off, they'll give you your grid. They'll give you a starting point, and then they'll give you 4 points, and they'll tell you have 3 hours to get to these points and get the clacker and make it back. So it'll be like little flag posts in the woods, and from there you get a protractor and a compass and a map, and you have to use your skills that you're taught: grid, graphing, shooting azimuths, plotting, and from there you'll find your points and complete land nav. So the reason why you would want to.
Okay. Yeah. So for the basic navigation, we did similar things. When we did, so on the reconnaissance course, on the navigation portion of the reconnaissance course, when we started, the very first thing that they did was they took away our compass. The very first thing that they did, they sent us out, they gave us points, and they took away our compass. And then once we passed that, then they sent us out again, gave us points, and then they took away our map. And then they took away both. Significantly more challenging.
EIB coming into the Army is you'll be considered an expert at your job. Who doesn't want to be considered an expert? People will go to you for help. It's a pride thing. It's a badge that.
Yeah, see, you can't even get into battalion unless you're considered an expert at your job. Like, they won't even let you get to battalion unless you pass this.
That not many people have, and it's a fast tracking your career. So if you come in as a private and you get your EIB, you'll rank up way faster than if you didn't have it. The brotherhood in the infantry is like no other. Some of the guys you meet here, you'll know for the rest of your life, and always keep in touch. I know I could depend on my battle buddies, and they can depend on me.
Oh, so that's something you're going to find a lot of Canadians. I'm assuming, like, I hear it all the time down in the States, battle buddy. And I guess it's something that you guys use and don't find weird. We find that weird in Canada. It's just a strange saying. A lot of Canadians are going to laugh at that battle buddy thing. But to talk about, brothers for life, that's actually very true. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people in my old unit that I absolutely hated, and they hated me. But there's a lot of people in my unit I'd still lay down my life for today.
They'll always be there for you no matter what. If you're feeling down, sad, you need somewhere to go, need somebody to talk to, they'll always be there for you. And the laughs and memories that you'll create, they'll be there for a lifetime. Yep. I believe I'm going to get my expert infantryman badge this year. I got it down in the bag. I've been practicing. Every time I go home, I'm studying. I think I got this one in the bag this year. If you want to get your expert infantryman badge, I would advise being in the front of the line for everything, taking notes, make sure the grader sees your face. Don't just sit in the back, get hands-on.
Make sure the grader sees your face. Wow. Okay.
Hands-on is that's like the most important thing. So even though you
Uh,
failed,
Grenade throwing basic grenade qualification. Yeah, that's battle school also. Couple people failed that the first time.
just keep going and keep pushing.
All right, so yeah, not a lot to that one, but I mean everything that I'm seeing in that advanced infantryman badge, all of that was just basic combat course, basic infantry course, battle school. So listen, if somebody knows of a good video that shows your equivalent to battle school, that would be after basic training is done, the infantry skills, the basic infantry skills. I would love to see that and do a critique of it. But anyway, reasonably quick one here. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.